Hello everyone, this is In-Depth Analysis by Arinze. EU have had two emergency meetings in Paris and one in Brussels concerning the Ukraine war with Russia. Donald Trump has called Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky all kinds of unfriendly names, dictator, comedian, terrible president and so on, and also denied him seat in Riyadh peace talk with Russia. But Europe is backing Zelensky 100%. They are trying to Trump-proof the Ukraine war. And it's not new they started Trump-proofing the Ukraine war. Even before Donald Trump got elected, according to information, Zelensky used to be in protection of CIA. But when Joe Biden, former president of US, knew Trump is likely going to win, he transferred Zelensky's security responsibilities to France Secret Service. That is why Zelensky feels safe challenging Trump. Trump said Ukraine needs to hold election, calling Zelensky an illegitimate president logically. But the European leaders have rebuked the idea and said Zelensky is an elected president of Ukraine.
He is the elected president of a free system. This is not the case of Vladimir Putin, who kills his opponents. He prevailed against his competitors, and there was a very clear, unequivocal vote by the citizens of Ukraine.
But you know, Zelensky needs more than words. They need strong security guarantees, weapons, or strong diplomatic backing. That's why the European Union has been making plans to arm Ukraine independently and also possibly send troops to Ukraine, either as a peacekeepers or to assist them in the fight. They have announced 20 billion military package to Ukraine, and report says they are planning a 700 billion package for the war-torn country, which will be a big boost for Ukraine, and they are doing all this without America's involvement. Coming to the topic of sending troops to Ukraine, experts say the European Union are planning to send large troops in Ukraine if the war did not end in favorable terms to the Ukrainians. Although France and UK have denied it, which is normal, we wouldn't expect them to admit it publicly. They would not want to show their hands to the Russians. Even with this, Russia is reacting cautiously already, issuing warnings.
We are certainly following all these reports most closely. We are following all the sometimes contradictory official statements of the Europeans on this matter. This is a matter of our concern because we're talking about the possible eventual sending of military contingents of NATO countries to Ukraine.
Russia from day one has rejected any kind of European troops, be it peacekeeping troops or national troops, under any flag is unacceptable to Russia. They sought clarity from US and is one of their preconditions before the peace talks, and US few days ago sent a questionnaire to Europe to seek for specifics concerning the peacekeeping troops to be sent in Ukraine and how and where they will be stationed. This is the question they ask. Would your country be willing to deploy its troops to Ukraine as part of a peace settlement? How and where would these forces be deployed and for how long? What action do the US allies and partners need to be prepared to take if Russia attacks these forces? So America is seeking for specifics, and you know Macron, French president, and UK president Keir Starmer will be visiting US this week. Macron today being Monday, Starmer on Friday. So they will have better discussions concerning the peacekeeping troops. It has been the two leaders, Emmanuel Macron and Keir Starmer, who has been cheerleading the sending of troops in Ukraine. Macron said he will try and convince Trump.
I'm going to tell him that he can't be weak in the face of Putin when he'll have to face China next. That's not you. It's not your trademark. It's not in your interest. It would be a huge strategic mistake.
Of course, they are not alone in this. The NATO chief, Mark Rutte, has demanded all EU countries to keep to their agreement in spending 2% of their GDP in order to boost their military capabilities.
I'm happy that now 23 countries are spending the agreed 2%. But it's also true that there are still a few countries not spending 2%. I tell them, if you do not react to my phone calls, you might get phone calls from a very nice man in Washington who might be less, let's say, having less of a time, has more time limit, I guess, on what he wants to achieve.
Well, we'll be following the whole situation to see where it leads. This is In-Depth Analysis by Arinze. Comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.